Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the unboxing of the Spengler Proton pack from HasLab. I've really been waiting for this a long time. I know a lot of us have, and I'm super excited about it. So I'm just going to go step by step here, and hopefully if anybody's in the comments, then I will see it. All right, so already took the shipping container off that had a shipping label on it, and funny enough it says please open from bottom on the top, so we're going to try that. So we'll start by opening from the bottom. I know several people have had issues with these. Hopefully we won't, and I did get some batteries just for this, so hopefully everything works out. I do have two of the Neutrona wands as well. I have the original silver tip Neutrona wand, and then I ordered a new orange tip one as well to go with this. All right. All right, second box is open. Several layers of tape on this one. All right, looking really good and cool. Let's make sure y'all can see that well. Got a good Ghostbusters logo up there. Apparently that's not going to stay open. All right, so we've got, I think this is the sticker sheets. Let's take a look. Nope, this is blueprints. It shows how batteries go in. Shows how straps go on. Slime if you got it, which I did not. Switches. So just kind of a blueprint of the layout. Really, really nice looking though. Shows you how the stand goes together. I know several people have accidentally put that together backwards. So, oh, and how to disassemble to get into everything. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right. First layer here. Potentially sentient. So I think this is going to be our marshmallow puffs. I do have a set of the puffs from Hasbro as well. Oh no, this is the marshmallow slimy stuff. That's cool. Don't think I'll probably use that too much, but it's a neat addition. Sorry, that's so noisy. All right, what else is in here? All right, we've got a little ghost trap looking box here. Ah, here's the burnt marshmallow puffs. Here's the first one. Second one, he looks crazy. And the third one, super crazy. So I'll set those guys over here. Pretty cool though, great addition. I want to say the kit was like $30 or $40, so the fact that they give you that with the pack is awesome. You do get, I think, 2 extra heads to change out this guy. Oops. And this one. Pretty cute. Oh, I lost a head. Oh, there's a third head. But there are only two. There's three. He's goofy. Alright, we'll go get the other guy in a second. I think the rest in here is filler. That looks like filler. This does look like it comes open, but that may have just been for production reasons. Let's see. Yep, that's it. So that's the first layer. More fillers. Just going to go ahead and put the marshmallow away. Alright, we've got packing paper. Wow, this is pretty incredible. Oh, too cool. So, very weathered, as I've seen most of them have been. A couple things are pulling out a little. Overall, though, looks good. Don't see any issues with labels. I know a few people have had labels be upside down. It does have the power switch they added for afterlife. Looks like this is on the correct way. I know a couple people have had that backwards. Filler plug and air vent. Cyclotron looks really nice. I know you can take it apart. I think this is the knob to take it apart. It's got a couple of screws on the sides, but overall looks extremely good. Weathering isn't too crazy, and I don't see any just terrible, real obvious Sharpie, silver Sharpie marks like I know some people have had. This is a little much, and some of the nicks, but overall looks really good. Looks like we got some protective film down here. All right. It's pretty big. It's pretty heavy. I was surprised at how heavy the box is. I guess being triple boxed certainly added to the weight. This is going to be the stand. They really packed this well. I know they know what they're doing, but still impressive how well packed it is. A couple people have had issues getting the stand together, I know. So hopefully I am not one of them. That's the cradle. Got, I think, unweathered sticker sheets in here. But let's see what all is included. Cool. So, very clean sticker sheets. Looks really nice. Sorry it's backwards for you. We've got stickers. Pretty neat. And then the journal. I think I'll stick with the dirty stickers for now. Really wish I'd bought two of these now. In hindsight, I struggled with spending this much on one, and then I wish I'd bought two so that I could have converted one to a 1984. But such is life. Here's all the stand parts. Looks like the particle thrower hose. Oh, This is the biggest point of contention, I think, with this whole thing, is for people that got the silver tip thrower, they included the orange tip to put on it, and people for some reason are losing their minds about that. I personally don't care. You can always paint an orange tip silver. So this is the portion that's going to go inside of the particle thrower here. And I know some folks have had issues with the depth on these pins making a good connection. And then this is supposed to be, I think originally it's part of a gas mask from the 1984 version, but I think they did a really nice job recreating it. I don't think it looks cheap or fake or anything. I mean, you can tell it's molded, but I think it looks great. What else do we have? Got the antenna module for up there. And this is going to be the kit to install an Alice frame. I know it comes with the brackets and screws. Double bagged. Oh, and it comes with spacers as well for the bottom of the Alice frame. I'm not going to get that out right now. I may end up getting an Alice frame eventually, probably the Rothco. Just haven't committed to one yet. Well, they definitely went the extra mile with the package setup, and I think it was well worth it. Everything looks very nice. All right, we got the stand. I know there's the sides, the cradle, and then the back. As far as the install, I think some people have just had trouble getting this to click. And then one guy said his was just not built right and it fell apart. Not gonna lie, that does take some serious force to get it in there. So I could definitely see people not putting that together well enough for it to work out. Probably out of fear of breaking it. Looks good. Came together fine. And it's facing the right way. This will go the wrong way, I noticed on a few. And then as far as the cradle, I would assume it goes this way. But I'm going to give it a minute and check it out. It looks like there's some marks on it where they might have gotten some of the weathering junk. So, I don't know. But I'm going to wait on that portion. Let's see. So, it comes with the straps installed. You have to take them off to do the Alice frame. So, I'll just roll with the straps that it comes with for now. Guess we'll have to see how comfortable it is. Let's take a look at our setup guide. So, 4D batteries. Let's see if we can figure out where they go. Alright, so we got a panel right here for the batteries. Straps look good. I mean, the full representation, I mean, it's not perfect, but again, for what these things cost, it's incredible what Hasbro is able to do. I know there's plenty of problems with them. There's going to be with any one-off product like this, but I think they really tried very hard on these. I like that there's ways to cinch it on both sides. It's a really nice big buckle. That's really cool. Straps will probably need to be loosened a little more. So I think you're supposed to start with batteries. Let's see. Get a screwdriver real quick. Oops. Need 4 D cells. Let me grab those. I thought it was 6 for some reason. Always got people messing around in the comments here. Alright. I apologize, I have not opened my brand new batteries. I doubt D batteries are very popular anymore, so I'm surprised stores aren't running out. I just went with the cheapo Walgreens brand here. Okay. So we got 4 Ds. So if it's 4, then that's only 6 volts. Should be pretty easy to come up with a battery pack to go into this thing. It's a little funky to get them in. Ooh, we're already making noises here. Alright, step 1 is complete. Step 2 is the antenna. Let's see. Looks like it just snaps in. Okay, pretty much a pressure fit situation. That's cool. Alright, so here's power. Oh yeah. And this, I think, opens, yeah. It's a lot of vibration. Alright, we got a volume knob up here. People have complained about it being quiet, so we'll have to check that out. Looks like this cable unhooks from the cyclotron here, where you can take it all apart. We'll look at that in a minute. And then attaching the Neutrona wand. I was correct. Jumped ahead here. Alright, so stands good. Check it out. Oh, they gave it 2 different grooves to sit in the stand. I'm guessing that's for with and without the Alice frame. That is brilliant. Alright. Part number 2 here is going to be the Neutrona wand. So let's get that unboxed. This is the new one. I've got the old one still connected to a spirit pack from Halloween. It's pretty much the same as the original silver tip. This was in another much bigger box, so this is triple boxed as well. Because this is the part that kind of started it all as far as with Hasbro, since when they made this, they hadn't planned on making the pack yet. But I think the popularity of this and the fact that it was sold out as long as it was probably told them that there was a market for this. I just bought this, and it's definitely in stock right now, or at least a few days ago when I ordered it. Alright, so we've got all the stand parts for the wand. Yep, pretty much looks the same. Let's see, definitely does have the orange tip. Don't remember that being quite so tight. Oh, there we go. Don't really need this box right now. Let's see. So this is taped and fed through in a pretty crazy way. Just going to tear it. There we go. Definitely think I'll be doing some level of customization to mine. I don't think I'm going to go as crazy as some of the folks on a few of the mod groups I'm on, but might do a little something to kind of make my own. I agree that the amount this is coming apart and how dark this is a little too much. I know they had trouble with these with the bumpers. Okay, it's locking pretty good. Alright, so need a smaller screwdriver for the screw in the wand. This is not coming out as easily as I feel like the other one did. Okay, there it goes. Maybe it's just a little over tightened. There we are. This is the battery compartment. So looking at them side by side, I could see how you could have a problem. This is deeper on the cable than on the one that comes with the wand. So let's hope that it makes contact. I know some people have had to extend it, like wadding up foil, things like that. So do the wand side first here. And then supposed to connect it on the pack side. See if we can shift it enough. Nope, we're going to have to lay it down. Okay. Definitely heavy, but a good kind of heavy. Feels well made. Okay, so we've got two contacts. Very nice. It's a little tight finger-wise to get that in. Okay, we're good there. Got the stand built. Kind of looks like that's the end of it. So let's switch it on. Okay, so doesn't seem to power it down. Okay, it did power it down. So with the switch off, let's see. There you go. Seems to work great. Didn't have any issues with the connection in here. At least not yet. So a little bit of a delay. I think that's because the technology they use to connect to the wand to the pack is for resistance on the wand. So I think it has to wait till it stops pulling current before this side will shut off. As far as the hanger, don't know that it'll stay on there with the pack laid down. And it fits pretty good. It could be better. I don't think it's terrible, but you could definitely get it stuck. It's not not the most precision hook there. Understandable though. All right, let's see. Very nice. So this is the pack in all its glory. Turn it back on. I'm interested to see. Oh, it just keeps going round and around. That's interesting. I figured it would have a stop, so that's a cool way to integrate it. I feel like that vibration, that noise is just awful. I get the point of it, but it's louder than the effects are, so either it's not supposed to be quite that intense, or something else is going on. I know this is supposed to simulate like it's rolling in a circle, even though it isn't. As far as taking this apart, it says you start by pulling this. Oh, okay, that's brilliant. So little pop clips here. Step one. The way this is twisted is a little funky too. I know some folks have realigned that. I already have some clamps to go here too, so I may swap those out with real metal ones. So that next steps are going to be pulling, I guess, a few of these cords. Well, it looks like it's that one. Doesn't seem to want to come off. Yeah, it's definitely that one. Well, it doesn't feel like it wants to release. I don't want to break it. No, this one comes off. That's number 4. Number 5. Unscrew this and remove. Then we've got the sides. Very good. Okay, Cyclotron cover. So it's got these cute little replaceable, I think these are supposed to be like CRT components, like old cathode ray tube components in the movie that she swaps out. So they integrated that, and it does look pretty cool. Got some kind of rubbery wires in here that I'm sure are not real, but it adds to it. There's spring-loaded contacts here, where I think it talks back to get power from the pack for these LEDs. I don't really want to leave this hanging, but man, this thing doesn't feel like it wants to come out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Just a little stiff. Okay, so that's good. Then you can back off the nut on the cyclotron. Then this lifts off. Very cool. And you can kind of see all the guts here. See if I can get some light on that for you guys. This is probably way too much light. There you go. So you can see the guts of the cyclotron. There are the mode switches. Let's take a look at that. So classic mode, that's supposed to be down. Afterlife mode is up. And then, okay, it says turning on and off the motor. Okay, so I can disable that vibration with this. And then this is which mode it's in, Afterlife or 84 mode. So that's really cool. There's a little bit more instruction here. They show you how to put the marshmallow goo stuff on. I don't really want to do that. They show you how those little CRT pieces come out of this side. And I think that's it. All right, let's check out the 1984 mode. So put the cyclotron back in. Look like it locks in anywhere. I think just once you screw it in, it probably just won't have any room to really move anymore. I mean, it's kind of funny that it can turn. Alright, get the nut on there. It's pretty good. It's pretty tight. Alright, and then we've got the cyclotron cover. I don't know what this part's called. Okay, so this cover goes over it. Very good. And the big threaded guy. Put our hoses back on. Oh, that's got like a fitting in a fitting. That's funny. So that one goes there. This one goes here. Actually, let's do the one underneath it first. There we go. That just snaps on. Well, this appears it's going to be as hard to get back on as it was to get off. It's mostly in there. I think it's a little short. Oh, there we go. It's not bad. Alright, let's check it out. Much better. No motor noise, constant vibration. They've got some like fake tape on here. That's cool. Fake wire loom with some wires hanging out. Should have colored those, but that's okay. All these I think are just pull connection. So I don't know. I worry about how brittle that's going to get over time, but we'll see. This is a little loose. Overall, I mean, I think that's real brass. It's nice and cold. So overall, looks really good. Let's check out the thrower in 84 mode. Let's turn it off here. Very good. So, nothing. There we go. Okay, so I think if this gets loosened up at all because of how short those contacts are, I think that's going to spell disaster. So I think all of them, the contacts are too far back. We're going to have to give it some help. Very good. So a little bit of a delay, like we said earlier. I think that's just due to the nature of how it senses the current being pulled from the wand in order to activate the pack. Cyclotron's a little loose. I think it's not bad, but since it's got those spring connectors, it's a little loose. It's not terrible, serviceable. Now I look closer, there are a few spots underneath here that, they went a little crazy with the Sharpie. The weathering on the fake clipboard scratches right off, so that's going to be interesting, but that'll also add to that look over time. So, all right, I guess it is officially time to try it on. It is quite heavy, so I'm going to do my best to not look silly. Move the stand. Okay. Let's see, so a couple folks said these straps just like completely dropped it on them. So I'm going to be extra careful. I think I want to get a little slack at the top, but more slack at the bottom. I don't know, the way this sits, I kind of feel like the top needs to be pretty far back. So let's see if we can get it. Okay, not bad, still a little tight. Okay. This side's very tight. Well, oh, there we go. Guess I could have chosen a shirt that did not match the straps. Okay. Still too tight. I think they made it nice and flexible, though, to fit people of all sizes. I think we need a little room at the top, not much. The excess looks a little goofy. Okay, that's on pretty darn well. Let's see about the waist here. Definitely think it would not fit some people, just from what I'm seeing on that. Okay. Yeah, I definitely chose a very green shirt to go with my green straps on the pack here. Let's see. Oh, we got more crazy people in the comments. Okay, at least they're blocking them. Very good. All right, let's see. Can we reach the thrower? Yes. Turn around so you can see the business end. Hopefully, still making good connection. There we go. Wow, the speaker is like right here by my left ear. Got our power on. I think we lost connection there. So it's kind of weird that it does it at a bit of a different rate. They make very similar noises, but at a different rate. Pretty cool. I mean, the orange really doesn't bother me. It's only in the very end. Like from the side, you barely even see it. Let's check it out with some lower light. Let's see. Oh, I love the way that blue light looks. Cyclotron looks really cool too. These heads are going everywhere. All right. So, did it lose connection or did it just time out? Okay, I think it timed out. Let's try again. Yep. So that is a very quick timeout, and there's a lot of complaints about that. So, sure we'll come up with something. This one does not clip well at all compared to my silver tip. I might see if they'll send me another one because that took me 3 times to get it to lock. See? I think it's because they put that bumper in to keep from cutting the wires that we had trouble with on the early versions, but still a little concerning. I also just prefer the 84 look. I might change the way this is done. I want to leave my silver tip alone, but this orange tip I'll probably mod. So the question is, if you keep interacting with it, does it stay on? So we still got the volume knob here. Of course, you can't reach the volume knob in the center of the back there. I kind of can. Yeah, I can reach it well enough. Not bad. That is pretty impressive. Definitely been waiting my whole life for this. One of my favorite movie franchises of all time. One of the first full-length feature films I ever saw. I think the first time I saw it was my 5th birthday, and I'm almost 40, so been waiting quite a long time for this. I do have a Spirit pack, but doesn't really compare to this one in so many ways. I can actually show you if you want to see the comparison between the two. I'll grab the spirit pack and we'll go over the scale difference and things a little bit. Oh man, it is heavy. And obviously this is without an Alice frame, so I can only imagine with an Alice frame that it probably feels more real, and it probably feels more like structured and secure in a lot of ways, just because it's got, a little bit, oh, I put it back too far, there we go. It's got a little bit more of a, structure to it. The straps and everything aren't for, practically a toy, therefore actually using the Alice frame as it's meant to be, but nonetheless, what they included, again, at just this price point is pretty incredible. Oh, keep going the wrong way. The loom is a little stiff. I know some people have complained about the way it likes to sit, because, which side do you want it on and stuff like that. With time, hopefully it'll get a little softer. And this thing is definitely not up to snuff compared to what it could be. This side seems to be good. It's the angles of the receiver on the side of the pack here. Like, it's just not quite right. That lip, honestly, I think if there were spacers, like some washers under here that pushed it out, it's because the way it lines up, there's no gap for this to grab. So it's, about a 1/4 inch from sitting all the way down on here. So I really wonder if just a couple of spacers would really, like a couple of washers on the screws would really do the... Oh. Okay, so that might be one of the oversights, is when you move the barrel. Oh man. When you move the barrel, that causes it to pull current, which caused the back to come on. So definitely a little bit of an oversight there. I know some people hate that noise. And see, it does turn it on when you extend the barrel momentarily. But that noise is not the greatest, so I think you can actually disconnect it in here so that it won't sense that the barrel is coming out. And that way it would stop the pack from turning on as well. Let me grab the spirit pack just so y'all can see. I do have the silver tip on that one. I don't really think I felt this way before unboxing the HasLab, but man, is this thing small and light. So just a little scale comparison from the spirit pack to the HasLab. So quite a bit of aesthetic difference. We knew that. This thing is very cheap. It's very padded, unlike the HasLab. Little bitty battery door and compartment in this one, but scaled way down. Understandable. It's really made for kids, I'm sure, but a huge difference in quality of parts and workmanship and all that jazz. And then this is, of course, the silver tip version. So essentially the same thing. I will say this one, I have no issues with it locking and unlocking. I do tend to support it just because so many people have had issues severing the wires by letting it pull out hard and it crushes wire here. And really, I can feel a big difference. So if I extend this one, it's going to turn the pack on, of course. This feels super springy and like clicks with a lot of confidence. This one, it doesn't really click. I really have to jam it in there to get it to lock. So maybe removing some of this material, would get me there on either end so that it wouldn't have that issue. I think it's really ridiculous, though, that it turns the pack on momentarily. It's just funny. But for what they are, you cannot complain about this thing. I know some people do have honest complaints about things that didn't work or don't work properly. I do think that I probably will have to deal with the connection issues within the wand here, just because the way they put this together, it's just it's going to work itself loose since there's no screw like there is in the cover when you're using batteries in the wand. So I think the foil method, jamming some foil in there, or some little spring. I mean, they really should have made them spring loaded. That probably would have been the real ticket. But I don't want to get too crazy with this part. So I think if the foil does what we need it to do, then that's probably fine. It goes together really well. I just think, they undershot the depth there compared to the battery compartment that it came with. Yeah, looks really good. I know there's a lot you can do with these little copper wires to make them look more legit. You can replace and add, real screws to some of this. Replace the screws that are on the sides of the cyclotron, because these really are, they're really silver. They're way too clean considering how much they dirtied everything else. Those really need to be black. The ones here on the little flex hose from the gas mask part, those really need to be darker as well to blend in. I know some people worry a lot about the clippered. I don't think these look bad. It's dimensionally weird, like maybe they were just trying to not get in trouble with clippered, but the knob part here is a lot larger, but it's aluminum. So I mean, they kind of went the extra mile as far as that part. Let's see, any other little details I wasn't aware of. I mean, I knew this would open up. I know they wanted some possible storage, ironically not big enough to fit the 4D batteries you would need to swap out, but you'd need a screwdriver too. Definitely wish they'd put covers on these. I'm going to grab the camera so y'all can better see what I'm talking about on some of this. All right, I do have it on the cable. There we go. So I think I'd like to see those covered up. Again, you can just see the silver on both those. I know some folks are just removing these, but leaving, a hole. Obviously, we could find some covers there. Again, this does feel like it's real brass. It's cold. You got the switch from the elevator in the original 84 that never actually existed on the pack until it was in Afterlife, but still really cool. Little door. These aren't too bad. I mean, I think, that just came out. I think that they're, pretty faithful to what, those stress relief pieces look like in real life. A little worried that fell out as easily as it did, so probably going to need two hands to get that back. But overall, I just can't say enough how impressed I am with HasLab, and you can complain about all sorts of things, but the price point is just insane. I mean, building this yourself, obviously it could be quite a bit fancier than this, but building this yourself, that would be, easily $2,000 to put one together. You really cannot complain for the money what you get if everything is fully functional and working, which again mine does appear to be. Here's that volume knob we were looking at earlier. Really glad to turn off that vibration motor. That was really obnoxious, so I'm glad they thought of that. All these push fittings here are not the most solid. I think you could probably thread that and get brass in there. Same up here, cut that out, make it inverted and be able to put brass in there. I mean, but again, it's little stuff here and there, but I definitely think they thought we'd mod it if there were things we don't like. I feel like they did a good job at making it pretty easy to mod. I know some folks have already opened them up. Some people have already painted them. Some people have already broke them down to little bits. This being just totally flat really, I think, speaks to that they want you to get the Alice pack. And then the motherboard is what they call this back piece, and I think it's supposed to be aluminum in a 1984 pack, so I think that they went plastic for weight savings and simplicity. Can't complain about that either. It's very cool. Like I said earlier, I've been waiting, 30-something years for this, so about 35 years, so could not be more excited to finally have a pretty faithful looking pack. I'm sure I'll get into mods at some point. I just don't know how crazy I'll get with it. Not real worried about resale value or anything like that. I think I will probably keep it forever, considering it. I will probably keep it forever, considering it took 35 years to get one. I'm not looking to get rid of it anytime soon, but we'll take it slow. I'll see what other folks are doing. There's great groups on, Facebook, on forums. A lot of people, already making changes. So we'll see what makes the most sense in the long term, and probably do a follow up at some point with modifications or customizations or tips, tricks, possible issues that we could run into. I do know, like this, I'd like to swap out at some point just because of the black kind of artificial wires coming out. It just doesn't look that faithful, but yeah, I'm very happy and very excited about it, and I hope you backed the pack and got one as well. If you didn't, hopefully they will do another run, but I kind of doubt it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. It looks like somebody said silver is better in my opinion. Silver, oh, the silver tip. Yeah, I mean it's better. I particularly like the feel of the lock better on the silver tip. But that said, the fact that the orange tip doesn't lock, is a big issue. But I think they put a buffer in here to keep it from cutting that little wire that would sever and make the lights quit working, in the end of the wand. So, yep, the silver's better, but the orange, I mean, honestly, an orange Sharpie is enough to take care of that. I don't know, that it's going to take much more than that. I guess you can see it from this side, so that's kind of lame. I didn't notice that. So from the back, I don't know if I can get it close enough to you guys with all this hooked up, but it's actually a little orange underneath that you can see through. So in order to really clean it up and make it silver, you probably just have to take it off. It feels like it. Yeah, it's rubber. This is rubber, that orange piece. So definitely was an afterthought. And then, of course, we've got the big crazy one, which I think is brilliant. That way, when you go to a Comic-Con or something like that, you can put it on, you can be legit, it fits the rules, and then when you're walking around town, you take it off, because, I mean, if anybody thinks this is a real positron collider, they're insane. So, obviously a toy, couldn't be anything else, but there are crazy people in this world, so who knows, right? Alright, again, thanks so much for watching, and look forward to round 2 with this at some time in the near future. Thanks.